recording with everyone. Awesome. All right, everyone. So thank you very much. We have plenty of students here today, and we have Mr. Craig Fuller, International Director from Cambridge High School, who's been here like from day one. And also we have Olivia, who's been like spending all of her Sunday afternoon for such a long time being our lead teacher, and now she's going to be our lead coach like for the debate club, and been helping you guys a lot. And also between Olivia and I, we prepare the debate resources for you guys on the platform, which I can share with you later on how to get there. And also we have Chum like Julie, who's been helping us as well. So Julie will be assistant for Olivia when needed, but eventually we'd love to have like more students who would be willing to become our like intern, so you can support and also help Olivia and Mr. Craig Fuller. So in our debate club, Mr. Craig Fuller is going to be our judge, lead judge, right? So depends later on, we might bring the teachers in here so we can have like more fun, you know. Now the first step we are learning, and the second step, like we'll have some competition during the year. And with all of our students here, you learn how to debate, but also prepare like to make friends as well. And then you can prepare to team up with someone, like when we say, okay, now we need to form teams. So you can have teams members that you can bring into this club by choice. So you can choose, pick and choose and register. And if you don't have a team, no problem, we can help you to find a team here. So from us as like coaches and also teachers, we are here to support you and help you to understand the rules and also to practice and then lead to competition. If we do well, who knows, you know, we might have competition like between schools and school. And already Mr. Craig Fuller, he's already have 3 students from his school going to be a team. And if you're ready from our Kiwi Buddy, and if you form a team, you can have a name, then we can have competition and we can practice. So we'll get ready for that. Before I get started, I'd like to introduce and invite our teachers and coaches to say hello and introduce themselves as well. So the first person, I'd like to introduce Mr. Craig Fuller, who's the International Director from Cambridge High School in New Zealand, who's been helping our club from day one, and also been supporting a lot of our students, and also we have a lot of scholarship like for students to study at Cambridge High School and other schools in New Zealand as well. So I'd like to invite Craig to say hello to all of our students, and I believe some parents here as well to support our students. All right, Craig, all over to you.
Right, so hello from New Zealand. So I've been part of this Kiwi Buddy for more than a year now, I think. Yes. More than a year. And I'll be in Vietnam too, end of March? End of March, April. So I'll be over in Ho Chi Minh City and Hanoi at that time. So I think it's 31st of March, 1st of April, around that time. So if you want to come visit, I'll put the details online at some stage.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you very much. And when Mr. Craig Fuller's in Vietnam, we will do something like Kiwi Buddy like, okay? So, but we'll inform you.
Có thể cho anh một tiếng không?
Okay, so is that if you can mute for me, that'd be awesome. All right. So thank you. So everyone just type in the chat box, say hello, Mr. Craig, and you can say anything to him as well. He's such a lovely teacher. All right, so thank you. Right, so the next person I'd like to bring onto the screen is Miss Olivia Nguyen, who's been our lead teacher like for the English club and now the debate club as well. So Olivia would like to say hello to everyone, please.
Thank you for the intro. Hello, everybody from Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. I'm a teacher. I've been teaching IELTS, communication, English, and pronunciation for a few years now from the comfort of my home, thanks to COVID, and I've been having a blast. And it was a big coincidence that I found the debate club or the Kiwi Buddy Club, and I have been a part of it for a while now, and I'm super, super happy. Yeah, to be, you know, with all of the wonderful teachers and students, and I hope that we will have a wonderful, wonderful time together with the debate club as well.
Beautiful. Thank you very much. And some of you might wonder why we used to run the English club and why it's debate club now. I'd like to share with you because we've been running the English club for the last year, over a year now. So 58 episodes of our English club, which is a lot. And we have seen our students like transform, like their English is getting a lot more skillful, and they're a lot more confident in how they express their opinions, and they can speak a lot better. So I think it's time for us to up our games, like for our students, because you know, if we are not here to teach you ABCD, but we are here to help you to be more confident in communication in English. So now the debate club is a wonderful tool like for us to implement a lot of the pedagogies and tools for you as well to do just that. So yeah, so you have wonder and now the answer, but all what we want is that, okay, you just throw yourself in and learn and then practice. And there will be more tools as well to come, and I will introduce with you as we go. But yeah, so now you have met Mr. Craig Fuller, and also you met Olivia, and now it's me. My name is Nga Blanchard. I am from like Vietnam originally, but I've been in New Zealand like for the last 20 years. Been working in different industries like fashion, accessories, and design, and import, export. That my previous life, which you know, I did it for 17 years. But the education, I've been doing that for the last 14 years, like since 2009. So, but now it's time for me like to do a lot more for you guys, because my goal is to bridge between like education and the real life experience. So the debate club is something like I'm passionate about, and just to give you more opportunity to learn and practice. I just would like to share with you like briefly some information about my company. So it's NZI Focus is the name of the company. And as you know, you wonder like, oh, why do you have like Road to Success and why Kiwi Buddy? So NZI Focus is like umbrella. And then we have like other brand like Road to Success and also Kiwi Buddy. We all do different stuff here. So Kiwi Buddy is where that give you a lot of clubs and activities, and you learn skills, and also you make friends with New Zealand students, which we have been doing quite a lot of activities, especially like with Cambridge High School. We did a lot of like Kiwi Buddy match as well, but we introduce more with you later on. So here's just a brief, just 1 minute video that my student who used to study at Cambridge High School, and Hạnh Ngân, if you know, if you search on internet, she's like a wonderful student. And yeah, she created this video for me. So just take 1 second to share with you guys.
NZI Focus là công ty được thành lập từ năm 2009 với trên 12 năm hoạt động. NZI Focus đã trở thành công ty chuyên về các dự án giáo dục New Zealand, nhiều năm nhận danh hiệu công ty uy tín, chất lượng dịch vụ cao do cơ quan giáo dục New Zealand ENZ và cơ quan di trú New Zealand INZ trao tặng. Đồng hành cùng hàng trăm du học sinh hàng năm, NZI Focus cung cấp các dịch vụ trọn gói như tư vấn chọn trường, ngành, hướng nghiệp hoàn toàn miễn phí, là cầu nối giữa gia đình, học sinh và nhà trường trong suốt quá trình du học, cũng như hỗ trợ giải quyết những khó khăn trong học tập, homestay và các dịch vụ visa du học. NZI Focus được biết đến là đơn vị chuyên về học bổng New Zealand với nhiều học sinh đạt học bổng Trung học phổ thông chính phủ New Zealand NZFS, học bổng trường từ các cấp phổ thông tới thạc sĩ. Năm 2022, NZI Focus thực hiện chương trình New Zealand Scholarship Bootcamp cùng cơ quan giáo dục New Zealand ENZ với trên 850 học sinh tham gia và học bổng đến từ 23 trường New Zealand. NZI Focus sở hữu những suất học bổng độc quyền lên tới 100%. Hàng năm, NZI Focus tổ chức các hoạt động trải nghiệm hè New Zealand cho các học sinh, thầy cô giáo tham gia giao lưu và khóa huấn luyện đào tạo nâng cao nghiệp vụ, trao đổi văn hóa. Không chỉ là đơn vị chuyên về du học New Zealand, NZI Focus còn phát triển các dự án liên kết, hợp tác quốc tế giữa các trường phổ thông, đại học, tổ chức giáo dục từ New Zealand với Việt Nam và Cambodia, được lựa chọn là đối tác chiến lược của nhiều dự án như quản trị khách sạn trường PIMS, thiết kế, hoạt hình, kỹ thuật số đổi mới của trường UOB, hợp tác quốc tế trên Cambridge High School, Study Well Wellington, Apollo. Không chỉ dừng lại ở đó, với một tầm nhìn mới của NZI Focus, năm 2021, NZI Focus đã đầu tư và cho ra mắt dự án hướng nghiệp và kỹ năng cho thế hệ trẻ Việt Nam thông qua chương trình Kiwi Buddy trên nền tảng Road to Success tồn tại trên cả máy tính Apple Store và Google Play. Road to Success mong muốn trở thành một cộng đồng giáo dục với kỹ năng, hướng nghiệp, ngôi nhà chung của tất cả các chương trình dự án của NZI Focus. Trong chưa đầy một năm ra mắt, NZI Focus đã thực hiện gần 100 sự kiện, lớp học kiểu mẫu theo chuẩn giáo dục New Zealand, các hội thảo, bootcamp, masterclass và talk show. Cùng tham gia với Kiwi Buddy và NZI Focus để giao lưu, tìm hiểu văn hóa New Zealand, rèn luyện tiếng Anh và củng cố sự tự tin trong việc hội nhập, kết bạn, kết nối Việt Nam và New Zealand nhé.
Okay, so thank you very much. So that's just brief information about us. So you know who I am, why I'm here, and what I'm going to do for you from now on. And because a lot of you are new students here today, we have 40, almost 50 students today. It's amazing. Okay, so the Kiwi Buddy, Kiwi Buddy Debate Club is our club here, right? Who for? For anyone who wants to learn and also who wants to grow as well. Like we are here to help each other to learn and to grow together. And also we can participate in here as individual or a team. Also, you can make friends. Later on, we bring more friends like from New Zealand as well. So now just a starting point that for our Vietnamese students. So we focus on the skill set that's important for you, not just for your academics, because you have to do a lot of writing, right? Especially if whoever wanting to study overseas, you can do that. And also you can practice the research skills, which is like kind of alien for a Vietnamese student at school because you don't have to do a lot of research. But in New Zealand, we have to do a lot of research for our students right from the start. I'd like to promote the independent learning because it's really important. Self-education is extremely important, especially nowadays with the growth rapidly of technology, AI. So independent learning is very important. And also you cannot live without, cannot be successful without communication skills. So all of this, we are trying to incorporate and integrate into our debate club. So you can practice without knowing that you actually, oh, I had to practice the critical thinking. But we will help you to recognize one day that, okay, it's something that is really important for your future. So our rules here is that everyone, we need to respect each other, because when we debate, it means that we have different ideas. You agree, you disagree, but we all have to respect each other, respect the differences, and we play fair, right? So we give each other a chance to practice and also to raise their opinions. And also we come in here because, you know, with an open mind, and we learn at the same time as well, not just about, okay, a narrow mind and your way is the best, but the other way is not the best. So we come in here and we learn and broaden our knowledge and enhance our experience. So that's what I love to like all of our students to experience from this debate club. Right, so what you need to do, I created the Zalo group. It's very popular for Vietnamese students. I found that it's so easy. So in the Zalo group now, you can use your phone, you can scan it and you join that group because it's so important that I can post update information in there. So easier for you to get information, because sometimes if I do on email, you might not check your email, but Zalo group is a great way. So that's the first one. The second one is that you can become members. So in the members area, you can see a lot of like resources that Olivia and me prepare, and also like later on Mr. Craig Fuller will share with you as well. So what you need to do now is that you just scan the QR code in front of you and then just join and just go in there and be in there. So that will be the best way, like for you to get to know where we are at, what we do. And then finally, this is a free club. So you can invite your friends. Why? Because we can learn, we can grow with other people. It's hard to do it by ourselves, right? So we bring your friends here, they can support you, they can learn as well, and you can team up with them and form teams. Later on, we can debate because we learn and then we practice as well. So it's something that I like you to do, and then we can, it's more exciting when we have friends and learn with friends. So in the debate club, as you can see, like once you go from enter the members area, you can see, you can find the resources right there that Miss Olivia and me added in there. So you can go through every part, you learn about the rules, you learn about the structure and the tips and the how-to, and for you to follow and enter all of our events, because it's going to happen every week, every Sunday at 2 p.m. Vietnam time. And when maybe in April, it will change to 3 p.m. because of the daylight saving in New Zealand. But for now, 2 p.m. in Vietnam. So you can go to this area, you can look at that, and then you can go to the events. And that will be easier for you to know where things are, what to do. And when you are in Zalo group, I can post the link as well, make it a lot easier. So you just click on the link and then take you there. So our sponsor, sponsor in terms of time and in terms of love and in terms of a lot of other resources as well. So we have pins, and then we have Cambridge High School, like Mr. Craig Fuller has been sitting here with us. So it's Sunday night. It's not many people in New Zealand would give up their Sunday night for students, but we do have Mr. Craig Fuller. And also NZI Focus in my company, Kiwi Buddy is my company, and a lot of prizes that I've been sponsoring you guys as well. So that's our sponsor. And hopefully down the track, we have more sponsors that can sponsor our competitions. So I'm excited about that. So, but this I like to share with you, students here, a lot of parents say, okay, I'd like my children to practice their English, to improve their English for them to study overseas in the future. So you can prepare now, regardless what age you are now. You can just follow and join our scholarship bootcamp and our scholarship training. Just scan the QR code, just enter, go in there. So if you are 13 plus, you can go to New Zealand and study. But if you are younger, you have more years to prepare. So anyone, you are welcome to join anything free from our company. So NZI Focus Road to Success or Kiwi Buddy. So that is all from me, our introduction. And then, but I forgot this link here. So just a second. So I just like to bring it up. Okay, for some reason it doesn't come up. Okay, so here you are. Right, so today the topic for the debate club is this one here. Students should be required to wear uniform, right? And then this is the topic. But then this topic here, different to the English club, that every week you have different topic, but in the debate club, because it's the process. So we'll decide to go to the next topic when we are ready, but we are aiming maybe 2 weeks. We change every 2 weeks or every month. So now we're just practicing to learn about the rules, the structure, and the how-to. So Miss Olivia is going to take over, and she's going to show you, and then we use this as a topic for us to work on. So, and then you will know, okay, so how can we actually debate effectively, and how can we under the rules? And also for you, if you have experienced debates before, it's great. You can be a leader for other students to follow and to learn from you. But if you are the first time, no problem, you can learn, because we are here to practice, and doesn't matter, right? Whatever you want to be in the future, without practicing, you wouldn't be able to get to where you want to be. So yeah, so here I'd like to invite Miss Olivia to take over and get started with our debate club and official training as of today. And Olivia, over to you.
Alrighty, thank you so much. Okay, I'm gonna, oh, can
Can
you
still
give me the
share?
permission
Yes.
to share my screen? Thank you.
You are already co-host?
Okay. Okie dokie. Okay, so Mrs. Nya has already laid out the terms and all the details that you need to know. So I will make it very short. But during this session and also, the future sessions that we'll have together, I would highly ask you to mute your mic when someone else is talking. And if you have any questions, during the session, you can always raise your hand, right, using the reaction button. But other than that, I would get to, the juicy part of the debate club. Okay,
Yep.
so first I'm gonna break down every component of a debate, right? So that we can get to understand and also take time to train on each of the component. I'm hoping to, cover everything in maybe the first 1.5 or maybe 2 months or maybe less than that. We'll see, how it goes. Okay.
And the students, and I know, I guess maybe you all have different level of English. So you can click on the caption so you can see the English caption there, so you can follow easier. So it's the best way. And before we get started, can I just do a quick pause and to see where our students are? Is that okay with you, Olivia?
Of course.
2 questions. So I'm going to launch the first question. So you choose where you're at. So for me to give me more like ideas of like so where you're at in terms of debate and your age, so we can tailor better the pedagogy. Okay, so now the first one I have launched. So can you see that? I have one question there. And you can say yes, or you can say no. So it's good. Keep doing that, everyone. So we already have 60% answer. So more, that's great. Awesome. So that's great. All right, 70%. Keep doing that, everyone. We have 47 people here in the room, which is great. Awesome number. Right. Okay, so 74%. So at this stage, majority of our students, they haven't received any training in debate skills. So now we know our speed, so we can tailor easier. Okay, so that's great, everyone. It's almost 80%. So with 80% have answered, we have 78% saying no, and 20% said yes. So it means that majority of us, of our students, haven't received any training in debate skills. So that's a good one, Olivia. That's great.
Yeah,
right.
I'm happy with the number, and this is good news because we do have some people in here that have been trained, right, for debating. So you might be able to help out other students who are not as experienced in the Zello group. It would be awesome.
Yeah. So now 85%. So thank you very much, everyone. I'm going to end poll of the first question, and then I have the second question as well. Now I share result. Do I need to share result? There you are. So you can see the result on your screen. So we all know where we are at. So no hidden agenda here. All right. So that's good. Okay. So I'd like to. No. Is it no? Okay. So now I have the second question that I'd like you to answer. So it's just very quick. Now, where are you at? How, like, your current grade level? So easier for us to know. Okay. That's good. Wow, our students amazing. They click. Awesome. I feel excited already. Awesome. So far we have 51%, 53%. Keep going, everyone. So we can spend more time on our debate. 61%, you're amazing. So year 11, we have year 11, we have year 10, so no one's year 12. On the year we have year 12, 20% year 12, and 18 plus as well. Oh my goodness, great. So we have good mix here. We have very evenly, right? So we have year 12, quite a few in year 12 and 18 plus. So with year 12, year 10 and above, this will be very important for you because you are heading into like tertiary study, like at university. So debate, learning debate skills will be very crucial for your study at higher level. So that's great. So we have year 12, we have 22% in year 12, 18 plus. So make it 13. Okay, so that's great. Awesome. So I think it's so it's already 81%. So what I can do, I just screenshot, so I keep the record of everything. All right. Beautiful. So what I'm going to do, that I'm going to end the poll now, so we can save time for our debate. But it's a great mix. All right. So everyone, I'm going to end poll. Lovely. So I can share result with you guys. We have 48 people. There you are. You know where we are at, and our friends who are here in the room as well. So, right. So thank you very much for your time. And now I'd like to hand over back to Miss Olivia, and turn your captions on as well, if you would like to follow the English. We're speaking very slowly. Normally I speak so fast. Okay.
That was slow.
Yes.
Oh boy.
You're smiling.
I know.
I'm reading the captions as they come up. Some people thought it was age, not grade.
Oh.
Age. Okay.
Not
Yeah.
grade. Funny.
Right. Okie dokie. Well, the polls were actually a very good idea.
Lovely. So we know. Okay. All right. Over to you, Olivia.
All right. Thank you so much. Okie dokie. So today I will cover the debate structure and also the intro, the setup, and team split. Okay, for the first speech of the proposition team. I will explain every terms that I'm using right now that you're not familiar with during the session, so don't worry about that. So this is what we're gonna do, right? I'm gonna break it down into parts. I'm not gonna try to overwhelm anybody here, including myself. So we'll take it slow and steady. All right. If you have any questions as I'm speaking, you can always raise your hands. All right. Okay, so for those who have debated before or have seen a debate, right, whether in a competition or on television, then you know the basic structure of a debate, right? So we're gonna have first important thing. Oh, this is just is there a way? Okay, yeah. Okay, so first we have the two teams of the debate, right? We have the proposition team. And the proposition team, what they do is that they support the debate topic, right? So let's say that the debate topic or the motion is we would ban smoking. Then as a proposition team member, you have to support that, right? Now the opposition team obviously is the opposite, right? So they debate against the motion, right? And in our debate club, we're going to have 3 members for each team, right? We have the first speaker, the second speaker, as you can see here, and the third speaker. And each speaker is going to have a different role, right? And every role is super important. We're going to go through that as well together. And of course, we have our judges, right? Mr. Crackfuller here. I'll be the moderator. I won't be a judge. But he will, observe you and he will give you feedback. So make sure that you be nice to him. Okay. All right. So this is the order of the speeches. Okay. So the first speaker of the proposition team is going to go first. So that's number 1 right here. Right. And each speech is going to be roughly, I would say, 3 minutes. We will adjust it according to your level. Right. We'll see how it goes. And then after the first speaker finishes their speech, it's going to be the first speaker of the opposition team, right? So that's the second speech from the first speaker of the opposition team. And then after that is round 2. Okay, then we have the second speaker of proposition team. And then we have the second speaker of opposition team, and so on and so on, right? And at the very last, we're gonna have 2 reply speeches from 2 speakers, right? And the person who gives out the reply speech has to be the first or the second speaker. It's basically a summary of what has, been covered during the debate. But what you want to do in the reply speech is that you want to convince Mr. Craig that your team has won the debate. And it's quite important as well, okay? But this is the order, very straightforward. Now we're gonna go into the details of what go into the speech, right? The first speech of the first speaker from the proposition team. So we have, first of all, the introduction, right? And then right after the introduction, as the proposition team, you have to tell the audience where you stand, right? So as I said before, if the motion is we would ban smoking, then you need to support that, right? You have to say we would ban smoking. So that's your stance. Now, what is a model? I will explain the model right in the next slide. A stand is just basically where you stand in terms of the debate topic. A model is a little bit more complicated, right? So let's say if the debate topic asks you to make a change, for example, or give a solution to fix the problem, you have to give out a model, right? And I will show you some examples. Now, the third component is the split, okay? And the split is basically a very brief summary or outline of what the first speaker and the second speaker is gonna argue about, okay? So let's say that you're gonna, as a first speaker, you're gonna mention 2 arguments, right? Then you list it out, and you're also gonna list that out for the second speaker. And again, I will talk about it later, okay? Now, the main part of the speech, substantive points, right? These are your main arguments, okay? So you can have, I would say stick with 2. You can have a third one if you want, but that's optional, okay? And then the last one is conclusion. Conclusion is super simple. It's gonna be very short, okay? Let me see if there's any questions. No, okay.
I see a lot of chatting in the
I know.
chat. Very exciting. Yeah. So everyone just replying, sending messages. But Craig, would you like to explain to children, because I see them saying, "Oh, debate is arguing." Like somebody say that. How would you like to explain to our children?
Yeah, they're pretty close. It is an argument, but it's an argument in a professional format, if you like. And I think one of the tricks is, if you're given a topic, you do have to deliver it with conviction. You've got to deliver it as if you really believe it, even if you don't. So even if you believe that, for example, you don't believe all 10-year-olds should have cell phones, if that's your topic, deliver it with conviction. So it is kind of like an argument, but you've got to do it in a smart way. Yeah. You can't just get angry.
Yes, absolutely right. Yeah. And I see Eric here saying that you can argue, we can debate, but not raising your voice. You're right there, Eric. It's great. So what I'd like our children to do now is that if you can focus on what Miss Olivia is talking about, that would be awesome.
Yeah, because I'm making notes as well.
Yeah, this is really important because this is the skeleton of all debates, right? Yeah. So I don't know if you guys seen this one before. It's a show basically in Vietnam. It's called The Debaters, and it's really great. It's wonderful, right? I think their speeches are also around 3 to 4 minutes. Very, very complex, very well put together speeches. But they also have to follow the skeleton, right? So if you don't have the frame, it's going to be difficult. Of course, you can put your, own touch to it, but you want to know what goes on in each speech. All right. So that's what I'm covering basically. And you can be passionate when you speak, right? It can be more convincing, but don't get angry.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So student, can you please just take note? We have the recording as well, but best to take note in your own style, and then you remember, and then you can imagine it, and it will help you with the flow later on when you debate as well.
Right. And if there's a word that you don't understand, or there's a term that you're not familiar with, put it down, and you can ask me later. Right.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay. So now I'm explaining the model, right? We just talked about it earlier. Hold on. How do I go back to the other slide? Oh, no. There you go. Okay. So after the introduction, we're going to have to define our stance or model, right? So that's what I'm talking about right now. What is a model? So if you take a look at these two different debate topics, and I'm going to only call it motion from now on. All right. So motion is the debate topic. So motion number 1. This house believes all 10-year-olds should have a cell phone. Right? Don't worry about this house. It's just basically we. Okay. So if you read this, right, they're not asking you to solve anything. They're only asking you to prove, right? So beliefs prove, therefore, you don't need a model. You only need a stance. You only need to say that we support this, okay? Now, motion number 2, this house would ban smoking. Now we have some action going on, right? Now we're banning something. So therefore, we do need a model. You can't just have a stance here, right? And I have 2 examples of the model, okay? So let's take a look at model 1. We would ban smoking in all places in New Zealand, right? So you want to actually list out the restrictions, right? And that would be your model. Now, model number 2, we would ban smoking in all enclosed public places and make it illegal for retailers to sell tobaccos to those who are under 21 years old. Now, why is this important? It's important because if you do this, you eliminate the chances of the opposition team attacking you, right? So try to be as detailed as you can. I'm not going to make the debate topics or the motions very difficult for you guys, okay? I would choose a reasonable one for you to debate on, but still pay attention to this, because when you debate, at school or in any competition, this is going to come into place. Okay, so that's the model. All right. Now the toolbar is covering everything for me. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to hide your face, Mrs. Yan.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay. All right. So here we have a sample. All right. And I'm gonna ask you to fill in the blank. Okay. The component of the first speech. Can someone read this for me first, though? Is anyone a good reader?
Me, can I read?
Of course you can, please.
The first paragraph.
I would say the entire thing.
This house would ban smoking. Every year, children across New Zealand suffer from health complications as direct results of secondhand smoking. Children are, without choosing to do so, ingesting harmful chemicals that will have detrimental consequences on their health for the rest of their life. That is not something we are prepared to stand for. We would ban smoking in all places. We will bring you 4 points in support of our side tonight. First, I'm going to talk about the harmful effects of smoking on people's health. And second, I am going to address why secondhand smoke is particularly harmful to children, given they often ingest secondhand smoke without choosing to do so. My second speaker is going to focus on addictive nature of smoking and why many people are pressured into smoking and are then unable to quit smoking despite wanting to. Ladies and gentlemen, it is undeniable that smoking is dangerous to the human body and mind. Smoking is the leading cause of death and disease in New Zealand. Every year, we lose about 5,000 precious human lives to cigarettes through stroke, cancer, and heart disease. The second argument that I would like to make is that our innocent children are unjustly suffering and dying from secondhand smoke every day. Based on all the important points and evidence that I have presented, we believe that banning smoking is only effective way to mitigate and eliminate the terrible consequence that smoking has brought in the first place. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That was so well done. You have beautiful voice and beautiful pronunciation. Thank you so much. All right. So this is, an example of what the first speech looks like. And what I want you to do is you fill in the blank. Okay, I'm going to list out the components again. First, we have an intro, and then we have a setup for the stance and model. And then we have a split, which is an outline for the arguments that will be made by the first and the second speaker. Right? And then we have first, second, or third substantive points, which are the main arguments, and then the conclusion. So does anyone know what would go into the blank here, the box, the first box? Oh, hold on.
I
Sorry.
think this is the intro.
The intro. Oh, who said that? Was it Tien? Very good. It is the intro. Yes, Eric, go ahead.
I think the intro should be number 4.
The intro is number 4.
Intro is number 1.
It is number 1. Yeah. So the intro is always going to be right. Yeah, it's always going to be the first one, right? The first few sentences. Yeah. If I misheard you, Eric, I'm sorry. Okay, so we have the intro, right? So this intro right here, I love, right? It is a hook, basically, it's a starter. So it's used to draw people in, right? So instead of just saying, hello, madam, sir, gentlemen, audience, blah, blah, blah. This is something that you can do, right? It's a little bit more appealing to me, at least. Not saying that there's anything wrong with any of the other ways, but I just personally prefer this. Okay, so every year children across New Zealand suffer from health complications as a direct result of secondhand smoking or secondhand smoke. Children are, without choosing to do so, ingesting harmful chemicals that will have detrimental consequences on their health for the rest of their life. Who wouldn't like this? Who wouldn't, feel a little bit something, right, in their heart and their guts? Right. So this is a very effective way to draw people's attention to your speech. Now, the second one. Does any of you remember?
The main idea or the main problem?
The main
Give
idea.
your opinion.
Give your.
It's a
Very
split.
good. That's not the split. Nice try. Anyone else? But the term I'm looking for here is stance or model, right? But your opinion is very good as well, right? Your opinion is your stance, right? So that is not something that we're prepared to stand for. We would ban smoking in all places, right? So here you're telling the audience what you're supporting, right? Here we need a model because, like I said, the motion asks for an action, right? So in all places, we're going to ban it in all places, okay? Now, so that is the model. Okay. Now, number 3. Anybody?
Points.
Hmm?
Points.
Points? Points? Okay. Anyone else? So first, I'm going to talk about the harmful effects of smoking on people's health. And second, I'm going to address why secondhand smoke is particularly harmful to children. My second speaker is going to focus on the addictive nature of smoking, blah, blah, blah. So what do you think this is?
Is that a split?
It is a split. Thank you, Ender. You already remember the term, right? So a split is an outline. It's a very brief outline of what the first 2 speakers are going to talk about. Why do we need a split? They're gonna talk about it anyways. Anyone has an idea why we need a split so badly? Anybody? Mr. Crack.
Why do we need a split?
Yeah, why do we need a split? It's not like, we're not going to talk about it. We don't want to talk about it anyways.
I guess you're just introducing your whole essay, really.
Yeah, basically, right.
What the second person, but you don't do the third person, do you? What they're going to talk about, because they will be more reflecting on what the other people are going to say.
Exactly. Very good. Yes. So the third speaker will not bring any substantive points, meaning new points to the debate, right? They're going to rebuttal. They're going to rebut, right? So that's what they're doing. So that's why I don't include it here. But usually, or sometimes, right, there would be a line that said, and the third speaker will rebut and sum up our case. Yeah. So the split.
The third speaker's got to be so much more, I guess, flexible and listen carefully.
Exactly. Active listening skill, guys. That would come in handy. All right. So the split is so that people know in advance, right? It's like a heads up, basically. You're telling people in advance what you're talking about. So now they already know. They can focus a little bit better, right? It's not like you're gonna throw it at them, right, as a surprise. So, okay, because you have to assume that nobody knows what you're talking about. You have to, right? And that's why the split is so important. Okay. Now, next one, number 4. Ladies and gentlemen, it is undeniable that smoking is, sorry, go ahead.
It's an example.
It's an example?
Yeah, I think that.
You think it's an example? Okay, very good. Yeah, I do see some example here. Anybody else have a different idea?
Evident. Evident.
Evidence? Okay. Yeah, evidence example. Yeah, very similar. Yes, Mr. Crack.
You're talking about your first point.
Very good. Right.
So you've started now. You've done all your setting up and everything. Now you're into your little bit.
Exactly, right? So in the split right here. Sorry, go ahead, Mr. Craig.
I can see what everyone's looking at. They're looking at the arrow and they're going to the second part. So, so they're right.
The entire thing,
the
guys.
first point, and then you're going to support it.
Very good. Yeah, exactly, right. So in the split, you can see right here, right? First, I'm going to talk about the harmful effects of smoking on people's health. That's what she or he is talking about here, right? It is undeniable that smoking is dangerous to the human body and mind. So that's the first substantive point. And in the first substantive point, you're going to have evidence and examples to support, right, the point or the argument that you're making. All right. And this is not the entire thing, by the way. I leave some etc. here because there's going to be more to it, but I don't have enough space, right? So substantive point number 1. Very good. Thank you. Now, what about this one right here? Number 5. Anybody?
Other points. Substantive point 2.
Yes, exactly. Thank you. Is it Huan An? An Huan. Over
Yes,
here.
it's me. Huyền Anh.
Okay. How do you say your name?
Huyền Anh.
Pinan, okay. I see. Okay, so you put your first name first. All right, so it is substantive point number 2, right? And it is the same thing here. Second, I'm going to address why secondhand smoke is particularly harmful to children, right? Given they often ingest secondhand smoke, blah, blah, blah. Okay, and there's going to be more here, right? Evidence support, further explanation. And then the last one.
Conclusion.
Conclusion. Okay. I don't want you to spend too much time on the conclusion. It can be very short, okay, but it can be impactful, strong. All right. All right. Any questions here? I'll take some questions before we move on. Oh, we good? Oh, you guys are wonderful. Very fast learners. So for the first speech of the first speaker, no, sorry, I have to put it in order. For the second speech, right, which is the first speech of the first speaker from the opposition team, it's going to be very similar to this with the addition of a rebuttal, okay? And we will talk about that next week. All righty. Okay. So this is the sample intro and setup that I took directly from that sample. Okay. All right. So, okay. All right. As you can see here, and there's so many different ways for you to do this. Okay. It's not just restricted to this one method, but here the person or the speaker used a very effective hook to draw the audience attention to the speech, right? You want it to be impactful right at the very beginning. That's like the first few seconds that you have to make the first impression. So I think this is a very strong way to start out, right? And then, okay, and then you have to define your model or your stance, right? Yeah, very briefly. And that's what we're going to practice today. I'll give you some time to practice, making your own introduction using the debate topic that we have today. Okay, now when it comes to the split, it's not complicated at all, guys, right? The split is just a summary, right? A very brief introduction to your arguments. Okay, so we will bring you 4 points in support of our side tonight. So automatically, we know that each speaker is going to have 2 substantive points, right? And you will go into a little bit details here, right? Just list out the arguments for your arguments and also the second speaker's arguments. And you can also add this. This is optional. You don't have to, right? And our third speaker will rebut in some of our team case. Okay, so this is what we're going to do today. I have some starters that you could use. All right, so you can practice. Okay, so these are the standard starters, which you could use, right? I think this is a good way to start, right? Very simple. But again, I prefer the hook. So you do you, guys. Okay, so introduction, right? You can say good morning, afternoon, evening, ladies and gentlemen. Keep it simple in this club, I would say. Or you can try saying that too. It sounds great. The topic of our debate is, so you just list the debate topic out, right? For example, smoking should be banned, or we need to ban smoking, for example. Now, definition. Definition is only important when there are very complicated terms or terms that need to be explained further, right? We will have an example in the next slide, okay? But you can start the definition by saying we, the proposition team, or affirmative team, same thing, define the topic as blah, blah, blah. And then right, your stance or your model. And then the team split right here, where you can start using these starters. Okay. All right. So this is an example of when you need a definition. And I doubt that we will need it, but I'm going to mention it anyways. Okay. So for example, the topic of our debate today is that smartphones are sustainable. Now, sustainable is very general, right? What do you mean by sustainable, right? So you want to, explain what your own definition of sustainable here is. Otherwise, you would have nothing to debate about, right? No one would know the terms of the debate if you don't set it. And this is your job as the proposition team. You set up the terms and the restrictions for the debate. So we define the term sustainable as being financially and environmentally sustainable. Now it makes sense, right? Now we know what you're talking about. Now we have something to debate about, right? That is the current development of smartphones can and indeed should proceed indefinitely into the future as it will improve life for humankind. All right. And then we, the affirmative team, believe this statement to be true. Smartphones are sustainable. So this is when you need a definition. Do you need a definition for we should ban smoking? Maybe not. Because we already know smoking refers to cigarettes, right? Not other types of smoking, right? Not drugs, not weeds, and so on and so on. We're not talking about that. So if something is generally understood by the audience, you probably don't need a definition. Am I going too fast? I'm sorry. Please stop me if I do. Okay, so back to our debate topic of today and probably this month. The motion is this house believes students should wear uniforms to school. Okay, now I want all of you to have some time to think and write your introduction and the setup. Okay, don't worry about the team split yet because you're gonna have to think a little bit. So just introduction and your stance. Okay, not model. We don't need a model here, right? This house believes. All right, if you need to write it down, write it down. You don't have to. You can just use the starters. I give you maybe 1 minute. And then I'll start calling some people. You can raise your hands. Okay, just intro and setup for stance. Oh, it's not homework. We're doing it right now.
It's as you go through examples, you just have like tiny wee bit of work. So you practice at the time you listen, so it's easier for you to understand what it is all about. So that's the purpose. And then homework will be something else different. I'm doing it too.
Yes. Yes. So I put the starters here so you can use them as is, or you can, make your own introduction with a hook or whatever you want. Right, but I have the starters here. So for those who have no experience prior, you can use the starters. And that's the biggest yarn I've ever seen. Can you write your intro in the chat box? Yes, you can. Yeah, definitely.
So this everyone, as you are going through this today, it could be overwhelmed for many students. So what I will do is that the slides I will post to the members area, so we can go back and look at it. And also in the resource area, you can go and you can look at that as well. So today, after this session, you can go to the members area. So everything will be there waiting for you. So if you do that every week, so you can prepare for the following week, so we can move on. Yeah.
Sounds good. All right. Does anyone want to unmute and read their introduction and setup?
Can I?
Of course you can.
Nowadays, uniform is really popular, especially at school. That is to group the students together and easily to recognize them in when we go into some activities outdoors. And with me, I'm agree with this statement. Yeah.
Okay, very good. First try. Thank you so much, Thủy Tiên. Yeah. My only feedback is you, instead of saying I, you can say we, the proposition team. Yeah. Believe.
Yeah.
And so on and so on. Yeah.
I can try like, hello everyone, I'm Tian and I'm from the affirmative team. So that's mean we're here to prove that wearing uniform is good for everyone.
Very good. Yeah. Right. Thank you. See, that wasn't so hard.
It was nice. And also you paused right at the right time and then stop there, pause, and then carry on.
Yes, I really like that. Anyone else? Mr. Craig, you wanna go?
No.
No, okay. I know, Mr. Craig is so
I'm
nice.
organising lunch tomorrow at the same time.
Okay. So
with
he wants to.
With Chi, who's another one of NA's students, is in New Zealand. So I'm trying to organise lunch.
Okay.
Or is she coming tomorrow?
Yeah, but I said breakfast, but she doesn't get up till 3. So
Okay. That's yeah. Lovely. Yeah. That's great that she's coming to see you. They had such a drama at the airport on the way here.
Oh, what happened?
Oh,
Things got delayed.
No. Well, probably we talk later on. That's a student focus.
Right, true. I keep forgetting.
Yes.
We're not doing the regular
That's right.
speaking club anymore. Okay. Anyone else would like to read the intro and setup? Please.
Can I read my intro?
Yes, please. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, Madam Chairman, distinguished guests, teachers, and students. The topic for our debate today is wearing uniforms is compulsory for students when going to schools. From our perspective, we, the affirmative team, agree with this statement.
Okay, very good, very good. Yeah. But there's one thing that I would bring to your attention is that you might not want to change the motion, right? The motion here is that this house believes students should wear uniforms. So when you say compulsory, now you're forcing students to wear uniforms, right? So you've changed the motion a little bit. Yeah. And you're welcome. That was very good. Very, very great voice, by the way. You guys are wonderful. Okay, so one more and I will conclude our session for today. I actually have more in terms of what I have prepared for today, but I think this is a good start. Okay, anyone else? What about our students? Eric, Ender. Where are you? Ngọc Anh Trần. You can use the starters, guys. Yeah, you can stick to the starters.
If I turn off my camera, is I disagree?
Huh? Oh, what was it? You got cut off right in the middle of it. Wait, see. Oh no. Okay, can I just call one random person if you guys are okay with that?
Yeah, just go for it.
Okay. Let me see. Oh, that's a nice name. Leo. True. Would you like to do it?
I'm not done yet.
Oh, you're not done yet. That's fine. That's fine. I'll go to Huyền An. Do you have an intro ready?
Yes.
Sure. Please go ahead.
Okay. Good afternoon, teachers and students. The topic for our debate today is wearing uniforms to our school is good for everyone. In our opinion, we believe that this statement is true.
Bravo. See, easy breezy. Not that hard, guys. Right. So, and again, right, that's the skeleton. You can put your own spin to it. But for now, this is all I expect from you all, right? And I think you guys are doing amazing. Thank you so much for tuning in. I think I'm going to stop the session right now. Instead of going further, we can continue next time. Do you have anything to say, Mr. Craig and Mrs. Nga?
Yes. So thank you very much. We learned a lot today, and I believe our students have learned a lot too. So I think we need to have homework for our students just to write their introduction on this topic. So when you write the introduction, I'd like to invite you to post in the members area, which I can share with you the link now. So what we can do during the week, 3 of us, we would look through like the writing, so we can either comment or we can bring it to the next session. So in order to, in every session, we'll recap what you did the previous week. So that way you will get to learn more from feedbacks and practice. What do you think about that, Olivia and Craig?
Yeah, I'm down for that. I think that's a good idea. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So this will be posted under the resources, I think. Where do you want me to post this?
This one I can create a hashtag. So the student, when they go and look for something, we can create hashtag like homework.
Right.
So that everyone, when we post, you look at the hashtag and you hashtag homework. That way our teacher will go and we just look for hashtags, and then we will find all of your posts in there, and then we can comment. And you just write, here is the motion, and you can write the introductions and post. I think it's, and I'll create. So with the slides that we have here, we can post it to the members area as well. So maybe we create it in the resource. I will look at it to see where we should store it, so it's easier for people to look through. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So all you have to do is just practice with the starters, right? Those who are more experienced, you can, do whatever you want with it, right? Put your own spin to it, make it sound amazing. But yeah, I think you can do that. I think you guys are awesome. Right?
Yeah.
So that's the way I have.
Those of us that are the 78% never done a debate, we can learn from those other people.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And thank you to the people who spoke. Very, very brave in the first session.
Yeah.
They did really well.
I know.
Yeah, you guys have done such awesome job. Olivia, like the way you conduct the session today is easier to understand, and we've done it in a slow way, but surely that you express the points for students. So I hope that it's useful for everyone, but just do homework, and then you will be able to learn a lot more. So between Craig and I and Olivia, we can look at that and say yay or nay, or what you can improve. So I think that would be the best way. So let me just click onto this one here that I can share with you the link. So the debate club that we have here. So you can go in and let me see, you can post to this one, right? So here is The link I can put in the chat box. So if you are not in the members area, you can go in and you can explore. I just released it today, just opened today, so everything's new in there. But when you click onto that link, you can post, right, and you post on there. And right after today, I'll create hashtag for your homework. Yeah. Yeah, so I think you've done great. And student, do you have anything to say, or would you like to suggest anything, like are we too fast or should we go slowly, or what would you like? So I'll create the poll tomorrow, because right now I just can't create a poll. Okay, so if I here, let me just create a quick poll. Like for you, like here's a question. Is it? So what should I ask? Is it like, how much did you? How much did you
So it's gonna
understand?
be are you sharing what you're doing right now?
Yeah, you keep doing, but I just create something very quickly, like for student. Single choice, because this one only 50%, 60%, 50%.
Just want to say that for the first, month or the first 2 months, it's going to be a little bit technical. It's going to be a little bit boring to some people, but just hang in there, right? After you get a hang of it, it's going to be much easier. You get more practice out of it too. But for now, yeah, I want to go slow and steady.
Yeah, okay, I launched this one. I just do it very quickly, just on the spot. So if you can just choose something, and then at least we just know where you are at. It's great. Student very fast.
Yeah.
You guys are awesome. Because it's really good skill to have to learn debate, because you can use it in daily life, in sometimes every day you have listened to the news or something's coming out or a prompt question, and then you know how to structure your arguments and express your opinions. And then into writing at schools as well, it helps a lot as well. Wow, somebody said like 11%, said 100%. Awesome.
Very
Amazing.
nice.
And then 24% saying 90%, and then 20% say 80%. Oh, awesome. And then only 10% saying that you understand 50%.
I said 90%, Olivia. 10%. I got distracted by my phone. So.
Okay, then it's your fault, Mr. Craig. 10%. It's not on me.
So
But
that's great.
okay, very good. I know sometimes you're gonna find the topic not very interesting or not very appealing, but it's all right, right? That's what debate is about. You're not gonna like every single topic, but we don't get to choose a topic. So we're also gonna learn to be content as well. All right. Yeah. Trust me, some of the topics that I chose, I didn't like some of them. Okay, but I still have to stick to them. So try your best, everyone.
Yeah.
Would you mind if I ask, could you show the link to our homework? I can't find it.
Oh, the homework. Yeah. So we're gonna post the homework, right? Mrs. Nya, under the
we will I'll create the hashtag on there, so you can post. Are you all in the platform now, or on the platform now?
Oh yeah,
so
can you give them a link to the
link
platform?
already on the chat box. So if you are not, so the link right there, so you can sign in right now. So because when you're in, turn on the notification, so that way you will receive all information. So I create it, and then I send messages to you as well from the platform. So it's easier, because once you are in, easy for the next one. You don't have to register like the way we're doing now, and so just become members and stay in there. So click that. If you see join us, it means that you're not there yet. So just click join, and then use your name and your email, and done. So what you need to do, and then turn on notification when you're on there. It means that you receive information once per day. You can receive like information like every single time, but once per day, so it's not as annoying. Yeah. So you click onto this one so we can keep in touch in there. And then you can post. It's the members area. So you can post on there as well so we can look. Yeah, exciting. I'm very excited about this debate club because you learn a lot more, just a lot more.
Yes, including myself. I have learned a lot.
Yeah, you've done an awesome job though.
Thank you.
All the contents and everything, and I just basically just do the touch up here and there, but the core contents, Olivia's been working on that. It's amazing. Yeah.
My pleasure. I have fun. I have a lot of fun. So I hope you will as well. But definitely we will hear more of your voices. Okay, so if you have any questions, raise your hands. I'm going to make you read some stuff too when we, practicing.
Yeah, so I can share results so you know where you are at. So lots of you, like 18% saying 100% of it you understood. 90%, 24% saying, oh, you understood 90%. So this is great.
Yeah, 50% is also very good because again, guys, this is actually quite advanced, right?
Yeah.
This is not like normal stuff. So if
Yeah.
you understand just 50%, that's plenty.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we have the Zello group, right? People can discuss. We also have, teachers here that you can ask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So
All
I think
right.
so. Okay. So
very
thank you very
welcome.
much.
You're welcome. Thank you, teachers, as well, for,
For
spending
learning.
your precious time.
Thank you, teacher, for learning. Awesome.
All
Yeah.
right. So I will go to my next lesson and I'll see you all next week.
Before you go, here's my baby. My baby comes to see me.
Hi.
My baby.
He's like, nah.
Goodbye.
Yeah,
She's
Have a good
huge.
day.
all right,
Yeah.
everyone.
Bye,
And
students.
see you next week. Next week, Sunday at 2 p.m. We are back here. So watch out for the link and join, and then we learn.
Yes.
Right. So enjoy the rest of the new week, the whole week, not the rest of your week. Okay.
All right.
Holiday tomorrow for us. See you later.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Have
Thanks,
fun.
Olivia.
You're
Thank you,
welcome.
everyone.
Bye-bye.
You've done an amazing job.
Yeah, good job, Olivia.
Yeah. Thank you.
Goodbye, teacher.
Bye. See
Goodbye,
you.
teachers.
Goodbye. Bye, teacher. Thank you, everyone.
Bye bye, teacher.
Goodbye, teacher.
Bye.